ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the ValveTime News. Each week we'll bring you the biggest talking points regarding Valve and the community. Now the news. This week's Team Fortress 2 update once again focused on improving the balance of both Cactus Canyon and Asteroid. While no physical layout changes were introduced for Stage 2 of Cactus Canyon, several spawn timings were altered for the finale, alongside an increase to how long it takes for the train gates to remain open once a train passes through. Just like last week, the changes made to Asteroid were far more interesting, as the previously bland 3D skybox was fully overhauled with new geometry, a new sky dome, and giant asteroids. Several models attached to the exterior of either base received some minor touch-ups, while area portals were added to the interiors to help optimize and improve performance. Scouts and snipers now also deal slightly less damage to patrolling robots, making it slightly harder for them to quickly get up close, deal a lot of damage, and get out again with the reactor cores. Another update released 2 days later on Wednesday introduced 5 different promotional items provided to Steam users who pre-purchase Alien Isolation before its release on October 7th. The pair of sets introduced are more interesting than your typical promo items, however, as the Isolationist set for the Scout, which gives him the appearance of a xenomorph, can only be equipped during a Halloween event or a full moon, something we're pretty thankful for given its rather outlandish design. The set also interacts unusually with the Isolated Merc set for the Pyro, as Pyros will deal more fire damage against a Scout with his set equipped, but will also take more melee damage from a Scout. It's not likely the situation will come up very often, but it's definitely a fun and novel way of providing a subtle nod to the associated game and its mechanics. The first patch we mentioned earlier also introduced the same CPU_frequency_monitoring mode added to Counter-Strike Global Offensive a while back. The mode, which can be accessed using the command console, provides detailed information about whether or not PCU throttling may be causing performance issues, so it's definitely worth trying if you're having overwhelming performance problems. While Team Fortress 2 was stealing experimental features from its younger, more mature brother, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, CSGO also received its own update, albeit a small one. The actually rather tiny update focused on introducing accuracy and recoil balance tweaks for the Tech 9 and multiple performance improvements for the Mac OS X version of the game, including improved dynamic shadow support, better detection of hardware capabilities, and multi-threaded rendering support. Oh, and in case you're ever frustrated by stupidly minor things, a boiler has now been added to the boiler room inside the Inferno apartments, meaning you can now enjoy the map to its fullest without feeling as if the game is lying to you. After a few weeks of relative silence, the Dota 2 Workshop Tools Alpha was finally updated once again. This week's update, which features substantially more changes than most other updates, introduced support for up to 10 separate items, rather than just the 2 that Dota and many of its clones are known for. In theory, this allows custom map creators to design game modes and levels for far larger and more complicated team setups than ever before, such as free-for-alls. The update also added a variety of not very exciting bug fixes alongside some performance improvements, which should make playing custom games a little bit easier for those interested in playing them at this early stage. A number of new scripting methods have also been added or exposed, providing community level designers with even more control over how they create and manage their scenarios. A closer look at the update changes can be found in the official changelog, which we've helpfully made available via a link in the video description. After originally being announced back in July, the submission period for the 4th annual Saxxy Awards finally opened up this past Wednesday. Finished videos can be submitted using the Submit Video to Saxxy Awards option within the Community tab of the File menu within the source filmmaker itself. The submission deadline is currently set for 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on September 24th, 2014, so make sure your submission has finished uploading beforehand, otherwise your video won't be counted. After submissions are no longer accepted on Wednesday, the 5-day-long community voting period will begin, whereby Steam users will be able to vote on their favorite videos up until September 29th. Finalists will then be announced on the main Saxxy Awards 2014 page on September 30th, giving Valve a few days to work out their favorite from each category before announcing the winners on October 1st, 2014. More information about how to participate in either the submission or voting periods is available over on the Saxxy Awards guideline page or a more recent blog post by the Source Filmmaker team. Good luck to everyone who plans on entering. Hopefully we'll manage to get just as many high-quality submissions as last year, if not more. We'll have more coverage of the Saxxy Awards on the ValveTime.net front page over the next week and a bit, so keep an eye out for more updates when they happen. A few weeks ago, we mentioned how Steam would be receiving up to 12 new international currencies throughout the months of August, September, and October. Earlier this week, Valve announced 5 of the planned currencies had been added, including the Indonesian rupiah, the Malaysian ringgit, the Philippine peso, the Singapore dollar, and the Thai baht. There isn't much more to say other than enjoy your new currencies. Recurring news stories must be a common theme lately, as we recently told you about how the Australian version of Left 4 Dead 2 was finally being uncensored after being provided with a new R18+ rating. Well, after being put on a 75% off sale over the course of the weekend, Left 4 Dead 2 was updated with new optional downloadable content which allows Australian games to disable their censorship free of charge. Now, I'm sure we all love merchandise, and it's safe to say you can never have enough of it. While the Valve store has never really featured an insufficient amount of Portal merchandise, it'll likely be featuring a whole lot more pretty soon after an announcement made earlier this week revealed the community can now design and upload their own Portal-themed posters and t-shirts to the Steam Workshop. The Portal 2 merchandise tab functions identically to the previously released Dota 2 and Team Fortress 2 variants, allowing designs of any kind to be uploaded, discussed, and rated before being potentially picked up and sold as officially branded merchandise by We Love Fine and Valve on their respective online storefronts. There's already a ton of great ideas showing up in the workshop, so there's definitely never been a better time to get your Portal-themed merchandise ideas out in the open. Given the recent trend, it's only a matter of time before Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Left 4 Dead, and maybe even Half-Life get their own merchandise tabs. Although we'll admit Half-Life is a little bit of a stretch given it's one of Valve's only series to not actually feature a Steam Workshop page of any kind, alongside Day of Defeat and, you guessed it, Ricochet. Earlier this week, SFM animator Condoriano uploaded Robot of Doom, the second part of the MVM Wars series he started last year with Stop That Tank. Like his first video, Robot of Doom focuses on an exaggerated version of the Man vs. Machine game mode, heavily influenced by the Japanese anime film series Rebuild of Evangelion. The 7-minute short is extremely well made and a whole lot of fun, even if you have no experience with either half of the source material, so it's definitely worth checking out. With the Saxxy Awards now open, it's likely we'll be seeing a lot more short films over the next few weeks once voting gets underway. While we definitely won't mention every video that interests us here on the show, we might make a quick top 5 episode highlighting some of our favorites, so keep an eye out for that in case we decide to go ahead with it. After weeks and weeks of what Nick has very politely written down here as preparation, we finally got around to releasing episode 4 of ValveTime Database earlier this week. Our most recent episode acts as the part 2 to episode 2 of Database, as we once again talk about the infection from the Left 4 Dead series. Instead of simply talking about the cause of the infection and the green flu itself, we decided to take a closer look at the special infected to analyze their behavior, appearances, and possible origins. We bring up a lot of established and less conventional theories throughout the episode, so be sure to check it out for yourself and let us know what you think about the ideas. And that finishes up another week of Valve news. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and to join the discussion over on the ValveTime.net community forums. If you enjoy our content, be sure to share our videos with your friends and to rate our Dota 2 announcer pack positively over on the Steam Workshop. Thanks for watching and bye for now.